Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to do an update on sugarcane that I planted about 2 months ago. If you remember this one, as you can see, it was planted upright, while over here there's two of them that go from left to right or right to left, however you want to say it. So these two right here, you can see these are new growth from the sugarcane itself. As for this one, you'll see that it looks like it's dying. It's like all wrinkled up, shriveled, whatever you want to call it. And then of course the leaves, they look dead. But if I was to peel these back a bit, there it is. You'll see that the tree is still very much alive. So it's been about almost 2 months. So what I want to see is, how do things look at the bottom where the roots are. And all I'm going to do is shove the shovel in there. All right, that came out fairly easy. Here we go. All right, so this broke off, no big deal. But as far as the sugarcane plant goes, let me see if nothing else breaks. There it is. In every, I guess, well, except for this side right here, but almost in every node, there is a new, I guess, shoot or new growth coming out. And I can cut these, in the middle, and then just plant these individually. But you can see in 2 months, there's roots coming out. Things are looking good. So I'm just gonna put this on over here for now. And then as for this one, you can see it's, I guess, I don't say lagging it, but it's not, they're still growing, but they're not as big as the other one. So if I put them side to side, you can see how they're doing. But still, all I literally did was shove them in the ground. I think this was probably because it was buried a bit deeper than that one. This one I did bury it at an angle. But I don't know. And now for this one, let me just soften up the dirt a bit, and then I'm just gonna yank them out. All right, so hopefully that did the trick, and hopefully nothing breaks. Here we go. So this one, let me just get rid of all this. It looks like there are some roots growing. They're fairly small. And you can see where it wants to push new roots. Same thing over here. You can see where it wants to push new roots. But comparing this method to that method, it seems like this one is definitely more productive than planting them like this. Now eventually it will grow new, I guess, sugarcane shoots or canes from the side, and roots will come out. But I don't know. So one thing to, I guess, if you notice, is that this is the red variety. So I don't know if it's this variety, why it's taking, I guess, longer to grow roots or new sugarcane, while this one is some sort of, you know, green variety. So who knows? I mean, if I would have buried a red and a green like this and a red and a green like this, maybe it would have gotten different results. You know, so you decide. And then lastly, a couple days after I had planted those cuttings there, I did put some right here with some water. I mean, nothing too difficult. So let me just dump it out real quick. And I think it's gonna end up tilting. Let me just put it here. All right, so here we go. So I just put these cuttings in water, and you can see it has roots and it is growing. Same thing, has roots, but it hasn't pushed any sugarcanes out. There's a red variety. Same thing, it has a bunch of roots, so they're doing good. So yeah, so I guess, you know, there's multiple ways to do this. Either put them in water, and then from here you can just plant them in soil, or just straight up plant them in soil. It's up to you. Now, when I first planted this one, you can see where I cut everything straight, and all this is new growth from the top. So it's up to you, but at least, you know, you got options on how to grow sugarcane. So hopefully you learned something productive or something interesting, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, from this. But sugarcane, they are fairly easy to grow. Let me put some more water back in there. And that's about it. If you got any questions, let me know. If you're good to go, have a good day. Thanks, everyone.